Welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. Another Wednesday, another whisky review with me, Joe. So, whisky lovers from around the world. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Wild Geese, a rare Irish whisky, untamed release. Now, this is a bottling of Cooley's stock. Cooley's is a distillery in Ireland that produces a variety of different whiskies. They produce Connemara, which is a peated whisky. They produce the Cooley stock and others. So you can just Google them online to find out more. Now the Wild Geese is obviously like an independent bottling of that stock. They have different bottlings within their range. They have a single malt. They have a rare older stock. But this is a bottle around £30. Now they use first fill American oak barrels, ex-bourbon barrels, for all their maturation, which is quite an unusual practice for the whole of their release. And first fill means that the barrel has come straight from the bourbon producer and they filled it with their new make Irish spirit. So the first time you use a barrel, you're getting a lot of character, a lot of depth, a lot of complexity, and a lot of colour as well. So it's quite different. Most distilleries, reuse casks, and every time you reuse a cask, you get less character, less colour, and less complexity. Now that's needed, but this is all first fill, so I'm going to be expecting a lot of depth to this whisky. It's only around £30 a bottle. It's bottled at 43%, and it's a blend. So it'll be a blend of grain whisky and malt whisky, which is what a lot of people, don't realise. They think blends are kind of a different thing altogether. Well, no, they're not. Blends are still malt whisky and grain whisky from varying distilleries, and they pick out different characteristics from the different distilleries to put together. A little bit like, you can make a curry, a chicken curry, with turmeric and chicken. It'll look like curry, it'll taste a little bit like curry, but it's going to be bland as anything. Whereas if you start to pick out characteristics and flavours with different herbs, different spices, different maybe vegetables, if you're going to go that kind of route, you build up a kind of a profile of flavours. So the idea of a blend is to pick out the characteristics of different whiskies, blend them together, and create something better than its kind of components. Because some malt whiskies, let's be honest, some malt whiskies on their own, they're not hugely interesting. But mixed in with other malt whiskies and grain whiskies, it creates something really, really interesting. Anyway, big thanks to Dominic Tate, who I met around about a month ago at the Boutique Bar Show in London, for giving me the rest of the bottle to review. So thank you very much, Dominic, for that. It was a pleasure to meet you. So let's get on to the nose. So colour-wise, it's a lovely kind of light yellow colour. I don't think doesn't look like there's any colouring up to that. It's first fill American oak, so it's going to be quite, that colour. Let's just double check. I don't think they are. It doesn't say, but if they have added colour, it won't be much. Right, let's give it a nose. Okay, on the nose. Now immediately, it's very fresh. Apples, vanilla, quite creamy. This is double distilled, by the way. A lot of Irish whisky is triple distilled. This is double distilled, but they give it a slightly longer distillation. Yeah, so kind of creamy vanilla, apple, sweet custard. There's a kind of citrus note and a couple of stone fruits as well. So I'm getting peach and pear. And it's just all together kind of a very delicate, fresh character. Lovely, lovely nose. Okay, let's give it a little taste. On the palate, the first immediate impression, it's that kind of grain-led sweetness. So I'm tasting the grain whiskey in there. That comes through, that kind of sweetness, the lightness, that kind of vanilla, slightly kind of spritzy. Getting a lot of spiced honey. So imagine honey with kind of spices in, allspice, cinnamon, clove. Let's give it another taste. Malty. Bit of malt there. Again, that kind of first fill American oak character comes through as well. I'm getting kind of green apples, lemon bonbons, so kind of almost like candied lemon fruit. And it's just a very, very well balanced dram. Seriously drinkable. Don't get any smoke. So if you're not into your peaty whiskey or smoky whiskies, this would be a really good call. Nice bit of complexity to it, nice little bit of spice. It's not bland, definitely not bland. One more taste. Get a little bit of grassiness as well. A sugared lemon tart. And on the finish, it's sweet, it's soft, and it's that kind of altogether freshness that you get from it. It's kind of a very fresh, there's some fantastic cask selection going on here. Don't get any off notes. It's clean, it's crisp, and it's just a seriously drinkable whiskey for 33 quid a bottle. For something a bit different, you know, the regular Irish whiskies, if you want to move away from those and go on to something a little bit different. It's really, really good. I'd give that a solid 8 out of 10. Value for money wise, taste, the fact that they're using and stating that they're using first fill American oak, I like. 8 out of 10, has to be said for Wild Geese Untamed Release, bottled at 43%. It's not hugely long on the finish, but for a session whiskey, for a drinking whiskey, it's fantastic. It's up there with, you know, a good budget or kind of entry level Irish whiskey. So yeah, 8 out of 10. If you guys have tried the Wild Geese Untamed Release, let me know. Leave me a comment, as you always do. Thank you very much for doing that. And I will see you next week, guys. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.